Yeah.
Hey, my loves, it's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Belle Collective, Season 5, Episode 8 review. You guys were inboxing me, tweeting me, saying y'all couldn't wait for my review on the season finale episode. I forgot that it was going to be this big brawl for it all, child, but I am here, and we're going to talk about it, and I got a lot to say, okay? So, we begin the episode with Marie and her children. They go to her church to talk to the bishop about the pow-powing that happened at her house and how it's affected them as a family. She has not been staying in her home. Yes, she does have other places she can go, but it's still her main home and she wishes that she could be there. But of course, they don't feel safe. This was the first time I think we got to see her other children. I just thought that she had the basketball playing son and the daughter Zuri. I didn't know that she had two other kids, but we got to see her two other sons. I believe both of them were her sons. I know for a fact that one of them were. And she talks about how, thank God nobody was home the night that the pow-powing happened, because her daughter's room was the one that got pow-powed the most, and she's always in her room. So thank God that baby was not there, because something could have happened to her. And I just feel really bad for Marie and don't understand who would do that, why they would do it. Like, the world is just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I pray that they're in a better place now, that she's moved and got a different home. And even though she was in a gated community, like, folks is just nuts. I mean, nuts. Oh, my God. And just to think about what could have happened, I know was such a burden on her soul. So her bishop was like, have you thought more about getting baptized? Now, she had already been baptized as a child, but ain't nothing wrong with getting cleaned again. Okay. So she says that yes, she is going to do that. So Marie gets baptized. Gucci and Lateshia were there to support her. It was a beautiful event. It seemed like it really affected her and helped cleanse her soul. So I love Marie. Shout out to her. So Latrice got her dual opening for Goddess Links Part 2 and her husband's new bistro, whatever, called Taste. And they're literally a few steps away from each other, which is really dope. The mayor is there and presents her with a certificate for opening up the business. Have to say that Latrice looked really nice. I love that black cutout dress. I loved her little bob with the loose curls. She looked fantastic, okay? So Tamra and Selena are there on time. Tamra is basically the host of the event. She had a really good showing. From what we did get to see of the new space, it looked beautiful. Didn't seem like the air was on. Everybody was fanning theyself to death, child. They was ooh, ooh, ooh. I was like, they ain't had that AC working, but they had passed hors d'oeuvres and drinks and things, and people were buying hair. It was a really good event. Love to see any black person out here getting into the bag, going into business for themselves. I will never hate or knock on her for that. Tisha and Glen end up coming late. And JJ and Gucci got there late as well. They arrived in a vintage car or whatever. And they showed us Selena saying, some people have to be extra, extra to make themselves feel good. Now, it seemed like she was saying that the way that they edited it to make it seem like she was saying that when they pulled up in that car. Don't know for a fact, but that's how it was edited. And if that was what she said pertaining to them and how they showed up to the party, that's not helping move the needle forward for y'all to come together and be cool. Like, saying little smart stuff like that ain't helping nobody. It's not helping anybody. It's not helping the situation or anything. And I just feel like that wasn't necessary. They come in. JJ does not speak to Selena, but Gucci does speak to her. She does speak to her. And Selena says in her confessional that she feels like Gucci was trying to like speak to her on the low and not let JJ know that she spoke to her. She was like, I don't know if he was going to get mad at her or he didn't want her to, but she just felt like she was trying to do it on the low. I'm like, girl, whether she was trying to do it on the low or not, doesn't matter. She spoke to you, because if she didn't speak to you, then it was going to be, I knew she was lying. Like, she spoke. Like, why everything got to have a question mark behind it or alternative motive about the situation? Like, just take the win or whatever that you can get from each other. Like, just stop. Like, oh my God, they're so, ugh. So JJ speaks to the twins. One of them he sees often, but the other one and Sanjay, he doesn't. Sanjay and the girls pull their mama outside, and Sanjay goes on to tell her mama how she ran into her daddy and she was trying to peep his vibe, see what type of energy he was coming with, and she spoke to him and, you know, gave him a kiss on the cheek or whatever. And I don't know, it seemed to me like Sanjay likes the drama, likes the toxicity, it seemed like she getting off on all of this. It doesn't seem like she really wants to reconcile, which is sad. But she seemed like she's a very messy person. I don't really feel like I really care for Sanjay, the adult Sanjay. She just, it's just something ain't right about the little girl. Akeisha and Willie arrive 3 hours late. Now, mind you, like I said, they're having back-to-back events. You can't expect for people to be there at your event for 3 hours and then go to the other event for several more hours. Like, that's a lot. Like, okay, they missed the Goddess Links part, but they're here for the second part. Okay, they arrived, they came. Everybody goes over to taste. From what we got to see, they were able to pull it together. It looked really nice. I love the chairs with taste written on the back. I feel like they needed some more decor as far as like knickknacks and things to fill up the space, but for it to be a little soft opening, I think that it looked great. Hopefully the food and the hors d'oeuvres and the drinks and stuff were good, but it looked like they did a great job. So Glenn, I guess at some point left and changed his outfit and came back, and baby, you couldn't tell him he was not stunting like his daddy, honey. He had on this button up with like rhinestones all over it and some pants and his little glasses and his chains and all of this little stuff, child. Baby, Glenn thought he was that dude. He was giving very much Young Dro 2010 realness. Couldn't tell that man nothing. Okay. So he goes over to where the cast is. They're all posted up, I guess, in what's supposed to be like a little VIP area. And Willie was like, oh, what's up or whatever, and reaches out his hand, and Glenn does one of these, like pretends to dap him up, but doesn't. Like, man, like it was like one of them, like, man, nigga, I ain't shaking your hand. And so Willie looking like, what's that about? And so he looking like, last time I saw you, things was good. What's going on? What's the tea? So, you know, he in his head, he in his feelings. Glenn sits down. He's sitting next to his boo thing, Cliff, aka Howard Hewitt. And Tisha's on one side, then you got Howard Hewitt, and then you got Latrice. And you hear Glenn say to Cliff, that man in competition with you, you got the hot young wife, and he got Akeisha. Now, wait a minute now. Now, what we ain't gonna do is talk about wives. You want to talk about mothers. Okay. Glenn. First of all, Willie ain't in no damn competition with no damn illiterate, non-talking, jibber-jabbering, drunk-ass Cliff. Okay? Pot-belly Cliff. That man ain't bit more in competition. This is an NFL player with multiple businesses. Don't he do correspondence and all? Why would he be in competition with somebody that need a Rosetta Stone, that need a speech therapist? Please make it make sense, sir. Huh? And then talking about he got the young hot wife and all he got is Akeisha. We're not going to sit up here and act like Akeisha is not a pretty girl, not a pretty woman. She is gorgeous. She's smart. She's intelligent. She's driven. She's successful. She knows how to speak English. She knows how to speak without tick and talking and popping and locking every 5, 6. She's poised, like educated, well spoken. Have you lost your mind? A real man don't want no woman like Latrice, who has no self-esteem, lacks confidence, can't speak, can't move or react without twitching. Like, what? No backbone, no nothing. And then you talking about somebody's wife, and you sitting up here with this big beluga whale sitting next to you, looking like a reject from the whole stroll. Lateshia couldn't even sell her coochie if she tried. They would give her money back. She always looking sweaty, hot, tired, fat, nasty, stanky. Her be looking a mess. She look like she always hungry and full at the same time. Like, let's not do that. We're not about to do that at all. We're not about to do that. No, we're not. Like, I was blown away. Okay. So Willie peeped that they was talking, and he was like, he says to Cliff, you know, we was trying to understand what you and Glen were mumbling about over there. And Cliff says, we trying to figure out who did your hair. Oh, you sassy little girl, you. What man say we trying to figure out who did your hair? I would have been like, really, Miss Thing? You know, like, you want me to give you her number? Like, you want to sew in or something? Like, you want to cover up some of that baldness? Like, what's the tea, girl? Sounded real fruity pebble-ish. And so I'm looking at Cliff like, I know the man that's sitting up here that literally looked like Bert from Sesame Street at the age of 65 ain't talking about nobody hair. Your hairstyle is literally like a 1-year-old baby that had that, you know, that little curly hair, and you ain't ready to give them a real haircut. So you just kind of like shape it up a little bit on the sides to make it look like something. And then they just had that little puff ball of curls. Like, you look ridiculous, my dude. Like, you literally look like Bert. You literally look like that man. Y'all are twins. No need to have a man with a hand up your ass making you talk. You are the live virgin, live action. If they ever do a live action Sesame Street, you need to try out to be Bert, because you're going to make it. You're going to make it, sir. Okay? You're going to get top dollar, top billing. Okay? You have nothing to worry about. Akeisha was like, it's a lot of fake ish going on right now. And I was like, period, Akeisha. So Glen says, you know, this time you matching, bro. So I'm giving props. And I'm looking at Glen like, you, once again, of all people, can't talk about outfits. Oh, you want to talk about outfits. You sitting up here looking like an extra from P Valley. Sir, you country as that one thing. Ain't nothing you got on designer. Ain't nothing you got on came from a real retail store. You got that mess from some little mom and pop black owned boutique down there in wherever y'all stay. Fayetteville, Birmingham. I don't know where y'all stay in Alabama. But you got that shit from somewhere country. Ain't got the nerve to be sitting up here trying to talk about the way somebody dressed. Now, is Willie the best dresser? Absolutely not. Do I hate majority of his suits? Probably. But he still is way more put together looking than y'all. Have you lost your mind? Looking like he going to the BET Hip Hop Awards. Get boy. Ooh. So, Willie was like, you the one walking around here looking like a broke magician. I was like, when y'all gonna learn Willie is the wrong one to sit up there and joan with, because he gonna eat you up every time. So Cliff in his confessional says, Willie been messing with Glen, talking about his rap career. He don't have a rap career. And that's the problem. That he got people like you around him that make him think that he has a career in rapping. He does not. He will never be in the basement with Big Tigger. Okay? Stop it. He does not have a rap career. Oh my God. And then go sit up here and say, Willie enjoyed poking at people, but when you poke at him, he can't handle it. I don't think that that's the case at all. I think that Willie is very much one of them guys that can join with you and go back and forth. But y'all have made it abundantly clear that these aren't just jokes and Jones. Y'all don't with him and y'all don't like him. So now the little jokes y'all try to put off as jokes, but it's really digs and he peeping game. So stop. So Willie calls them both dumb and dumber. And Glenn say, you don't cross my mind like that, bro. Obviously he do, because in your confessionals and scenes, you have continuously said all season how Willie think he better than y'all. You don't like Willie. Willie this, Willie that, da-da-da. Like, dude. So Willie was like, I live rent free in your head. I park in your mind. I was like, yes, park it and put it in reverse and then put it back in park. Yes, sir. So Glenn was like, you're not a hair follicle on my effing hair, bro. You're not a hair follicle on my effing hair, bro. Right then and there, I would have said, I'm done talking to you. You proved my point. Why I think that you're dumb and he's dumber. Frolicle? You can't tell me this nigga didn't get a GED. You can't tell me he didn't. Until you know how to pronounce your words correctly, you ain't got nothing to say to me. Never. So then Glenn says that they normally joke, but that day Willie was being a bitch. That's what he said in his confessional. Cliff then gets up and pronounces to everybody, I don't like Willie. I don't like this little fish in a pond. And Willie looked at him and said, little fish? Man, please. Are you smoking crack? Like, what is going on? How is he a little fish in the pond? Like, y'all the little fish, like what? It's given that y'all very intimidated by him because he's from up north, that he is successful, that he is famous to some degree or whatever. Like, dude, just say that, because I'm not really getting, y'all are intimidated by him and obviously y'all can't handle it. So Akeisha go back to him saying he didn't like you, and what we don't give is and I was like, period, Akeisha, period. You better stand up for all the Keishas in the world. Don't let the light skin and this cocktail dress fool you. I can get down with the best of them. And so Willie was like, you can suck these bells. And I was like, ooh, okay, all right, gloves is off. Willie to put his dick out on the table, let y'all know I ain't playing. The joking part is over. What's good? So at this point, Tisha in her confessional say Akeisha and Willie ear just hyping him up like a little chihuahua. No, you should have been checking your nigga and telling him, like, what is your problem? Why is you coming at him? Like, why is you doing the most? She was being a wife and standing by her husband as these two overgrown imbeciles tried to comfort him. Shut up, Tisha. Oh my God. She just looked like she smelled like Massengill, Blue Magic, and menthol. Like, I just cannot with her. And fried chicken and Chinaman. Ugh. So Willie didn't stand up. So does Glen and Cliff. And Glenn said, you down south. This ain't Jersey. Man, F you. And Akeisha said, F you. And it's been F you to Lateshia. And Lateshia was like, bitch, what's up, bitch? What's up, bitch? And I'm like, girl, you keep on doing your hair like this, that little crooked ass wig gonna fall up out your head, girl, because it ain't holding on but with this much glue. You better stop shaking your head like that. So Akeisha tries to get past Willie to get to Lateshia, and all of a sudden it's a melee. People are just surrounding. Willie is trying to bogart his way over to get to Glenn. Glenn acting like he trying to climb over people. Somebody picked Glenn ass up and escort him around across the room. You saw how everybody was getting Glenn and moving him across the room because they already know, Glenn, have you lost your mind? This man will sit on you and smash you like a pancake if you don't sit down somewhere. So Willie was like, man, F this. I got contracts, period. Exactly. You got stuff to lose. Let me get up out of here and go home. Akeisha mad saying, I didn't come here to be disrespected. My husband to be disrespected. And Gucci says, Akeisha, get in the car now. Okay? And I love Gucci for having her friend back. Like, no, I'm not going to let you fuck up your life behind these low lives. Okay? And she was like, if my friend leaving, I'm leaving. So her and JJ got up out of there. And then we see the camera on Tisha talking to somebody saying, this girl been trying to compete with me all year. Compete with you with what, Lateshia? Not your hair, not your makeup, not your clothes, not them whack ass brunches. Like, please tell me, what does Akeisha have to compete with you? She got the business on Ferris Street. She got a successful restaurant, bar, whatever in New Jersey. She has wealth that you're trying to obtain. She got health insurance that you don't have. Like, please make me understand what do you have to compete with, girl? The only thing you competing with is the rolls in your back. Stop, please, please stop. Latrice crying because she feel like her thing was ruined or whatever. I get it, but you ruined other people's shit, so I don't care. I don't really care at all. I really honestly don't. After that, Akeisha sitting down with Willie and she tells him that now she see that Latrice is what everybody been saying that she is. She's a troublemaker and she ain't ish. And she been saw that Tisha was a problem, but now she see that both of them are a actual problem and she ain't got nothing for neither one of them moving forward. And I was like, well, now y'all see. Now y'all see. Because Latrice, you should have got your husband in order, and Lateshia, you should have got yours in order. So Latrice and Tisha sit down and she tells Latrice says that Akeisha is unalive to me. At this point, she before Marie. Now, if I saw Marie, I'd probably give her a hug. And so now we understand where all this animosity has come from with Latrice towards Akeisha and all the nasty things that she's been saying about Akeisha as the season has been going on. And I hope Akeisha get her together at this damn reunion. I pray you take the gloves off and read her for filth, because Latrice has been the problem for me since season one. And Tisha says, I think it's one bad apple in the collective and it's Akeisha. She gotta go. Girl, you've been trying to get Akeisha out the group since she got on here, because once again, just like your husband is intimidated by her husband, you're intimidated by Akeisha. You want to be Akeisha. You want the skills that Akeisha have, the clout that Keisha has, the Rolodex of people that she has. You wish that you had the resources that this lady have, and you don't. And you don't like it, and you're jealous. Stop it, please, and thank you. You're ridiculous. And for the life of me, I saw that they got renewed for season 6. Congratulations to the ladies. But I don't want to see another season of Lateshia getting her ass on her with these small ass waist trainers trying to train a waist that ain't there. She was in there cooking them damn pork chops, and all I saw was 2 big ass beef ribs exploded out of her back. Like, girl, you will look slimmer if you take that mess off. How you look like you got 2 big ass ham hocks up here by your neck, and then everything else is stop. You look stupid. You look crazy, okay? And if your husband ain't gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you. Them wigs is trash. Your outfits is trash. Your makeup is trash. You're trash. Like, please stop. Latrice supposed to be your good friend, your good Judy. Y'all so close. Why she don't hook you up with no goddess linked her? Why she don't hook you up with the person that do her hair? She likes seeing you walk around here looking a mess. Ugh. Anywho, great season finale. I'm giving it an A. The ladies brought it. This is a great season. Hate it was only eight episodes, but I'm happy they're renewed for a new season. Can't wait for the reunion to see what these ladies are going to bring. Of course, I'm going to do a video breaking down all of the looks. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode down below in the comment section. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.